What is love? Is love gold on your finger? Is love a new dress in your closet? Is love a house with 10 rooms? Or a car that shines in the sun? Or is love something smaller, something quieter? Is love 2 hands, black with oil, holding a small cup of coffee? Is love a man who wakes before the sun so his wife can have one pretty dress to wear? This story is not about a rich man. It is not about gold or cars or big houses. This story is about love, the kind of love that works hard and stays, even when life is not easy. This story is about Tom, about Emily, and about a man who thought gold could break something that work and love had built. Stay with me. Let me tell you their story. Tom was a man who worked with his hands. He fixed cars in a small town in Texas. Every day, he woke up at 6 a.m. The sun was not up yet. He made coffee in a small pot. Then he sat on the front step of his house. The air was cool. The sky was dark blue. Tom's house was old. It was a small wooden house, painted white long ago. The paint was now gone in many places. The front door made a loud sound when Tom opened it. The windows were small. The floor inside was cold, but Tom did not care. This was home. Emily was Tom's wife. She worked at a small coffee shop near Main Street. Every morning she left home at 7 a.m. She walked 2 blocks to the shop. Her hair was brown. Her smile was warm. Everyone in town knew Emily. She knew what kind of coffee they liked. She knew their names. Tom and Emily were not rich. They had no new car. Their car was old and made loud sounds when it ran. They had no big TV. Their TV was small and black and white. They had no air conditioner. In summer, they opened the windows and used a fan. But Tom and Emily were happy. Every night after dinner, they sat outside. Tom drank coffee. Emily drank tea with lemon. They held hands and looked at the stars. They talked about their day. They laughed at small jokes. Sometimes a deer walked near the house. Emily loved deer. She always said, "They are so pretty." Tom smiled when she said that. Life was simple. Life was good. They did not need more. Emily loved Tom. Tom loved Emily. They had each other. That was enough. In the town, everyone knew Tom and Emily. People liked them. They were always kind to others. They never spoke bad words about anyone. On Sundays, they went to a small church. The church was white with a tall roof. After church, they went to the town store to buy food for the week. They bought bread, milk, eggs, and some apples. Sometimes, if they had extra money, they bought ice cream. In winter, when snow came, Tom cut wood for the fire. Emily made soup and cornbread. They stayed warm inside their small house. They watched old movies on their little TV. Tom and Emily were happy in their small world. They had no big dreams. They only wanted to love each other every day. In good times, in hard times, all they needed was each other. But life does not stay the same. One day, something changed, and that change came from a man from the past. It was a hot day in July. The sun was high in the sky. The air was dry. The small coffee shop was full. People sat at the counter. Some people drank coffee. Some people ate pie. Emily stood behind the counter. She smiled at every person. Then the door opened. A man walked in. He wore dark jeans, shiny shoes, and a white shirt. His hair was short. His watch was gold. His smile was wide. Emily saw him and stopped. Her hands felt cold. Her heart beat fast. It was Nick. Nick was her old boyfriend. They went to school together many years ago. They held hands at the school dance. They kissed under a big tree near the football field. That was a long time ago. Nick left town after school. He wanted to make money in the city. He wanted a fast car, a big house, and nice clothes. Emily stayed in town. She wanted a quiet life. She wanted a small house, a family, and love. Now, Nick stood in front of her. He looked at her with bright eyes. "Emily," he said, "you look good." Emily smiled, but her hands still felt cold. "Hello, Nick," she said. Nick sat down at the counter. He ordered coffee. "Black, no sugar," he said. Emily still remembered. That was his drink long ago. They talked for a while. Nick told her about his life. He worked in the city. He sold cars. He made lots of money. He had a house with a swimming pool. He went to New York last winter. He went to Las Vegas in the spring. Emily listened, but she did not say much. She thought about her own life, her small house, her old car, her simple days. "Are you happy here, Emily?" Nick asked. "Yes," Emily said. "I'm happy." Nick smiled again, but this time his smile was small. "You could have more, you know," he said. "You are too pretty for this little town." Emily did not answer. She gave him his coffee. Nick stayed in the shop for a long time. He watched Emily work. He smiled at her every time she walked by. When it was time to go, Nick left a big tip on the counter. Too big. Emily looked at the money. She did not want to take it, but she did not want to be rude. "See you soon," Nick said. Then he walked out the door. Emily stood still. Her heart still beat fast. She looked at the old clock on the wall. It was 3 o'clock. Outside the sun was bright, but inside Emily felt cold. That night, Emily sat on the old sofa. She held a cup of tea in her hand. The tea was warm. Her hands were cold. Tom sat at the small table. He looked at a car magazine. His hands were black from oil. His work clothes were still on. The house was quiet. Only the sound of the old clock filled the room. "Tick, tick, tick." "Tom," Emily said. Tom looked up. "Yes?" Emily looked down at her tea. "Do you think I need a new dress?" Tom smiled. "A new dress?" "Yes," Emily said. "A nice dress. A dress for special days." Tom put down the magazine. "You have a nice dress," he said. "You wore it at church last week." Emily shook her head. "That dress is old." Tom stood up. He walked to Emily. He sat down next to her. "You look pretty in every dress," he said. Emily did not smile. She looked at the window. The sky was dark. Stars were bright. "I saw Nick today," Emily said. Tom said nothing. He knew Nick. Everyone in town knew Nick. He said, "I'm too pretty for this town," Emily said. Tom looked at his hands. His hands were old before their time. They were hard and dry. "You don't need a new dress," Tom said. "You don't need Nick's words." Emily put down her tea. She stood up. "I want to feel pretty," she said. "I want to feel special." Tom took a deep breath. He looked at her. He wanted to say the right thing, but words are hard when your heart is heavy. "You are my wife," Tom said. "To me, you are special every day." Emily's eyes were wet. She looked at the floor. Tom stood up. "I will buy you a dress," he said, "a nice one." Emily shook her head. "We don't have money," she said. "I will find a way," Tom said. Emily walked to the window. She looked outside. The wind moved the trees. The stars were still bright. "Thank you," she said. Her voice was soft. Tom stood behind her. He put his hand on her shoulder. Outside, the night was quiet, but inside, both their hearts were full of noise. The next morning, Tom woke up early. The sky was still dark. The house was cold. Emily was still asleep. Tom sat on the bed. He looked at the wall. He thought about Emily. He thought about the dress. Tom took a small box from the top shelf. In the box was all the money they saved. It was not much. He counted the money. It was $26.50. It was not enough for a new dress. Tom put on his boots. He drove to work early. His old truck made loud sounds on the road. The air was cool. At the shop, Tom worked hard. He fixed cars all day. His back hurt. His hands were black from oil. At lunch, Tom sat on the floor. He ate a peanut butter sandwich. He drank water from a paper cup. The shop boss walked by. "Tom, want more hours this week?" the boss asked. "Yes," Tom said. "I need more money." "Good man," the boss said. "We need you here." Tom worked late that night. The sun was gone. The air was cold again. When Tom got home, Emily was cooking. The kitchen smelled like soup and bread. Tom kissed her cheek. "I worked late," he said. Emily smiled. "You work too hard," she said. After dinner, Tom took his coffee and sat outside. The stars were out. The wind was soft. Tom thought about the dress. He thought about Emily's smile. The next day, Tom went to the store. The store had a small clothing section. Most of the clothes were jeans and work shirts, but in the back, Tom saw a dress. It was blue. It had small white flowers. It was soft to the touch. Tom looked at the price. It was $40. Tom took all his money from his pocket. He still needed more. The store owner knew Tom. "I can hold it for you," the owner said. "You pay a little each week." Tom smiled. "Thank you," he said. For the next 3 weeks, Tom worked late every day. He saved every dollar. He ate only peanut butter and bread. On Friday, Tom went back to the store. He gave the last $10. The owner gave him the dress. Tom carried the dress home in a brown paper bag. His hands shook a little. At home, Emily sat on the sofa. She was tired from work. Tom gave her the bag. "For you," he said. Emily opened the bag. She saw the dress. She put her hand on her mouth. Her eyes were wet. "Oh, Tom," she said. Tom smiled. "You will be the prettiest woman in town," he said. That night, Emily wore the dress. Tom held her hand. They sat outside under the stars. The next morning, Emily wore her new dress to work. She felt pretty. She felt special. At the coffee shop, people said, "Nice dress." Emily smiled. She felt happy. Then the door opened. Nick walked in. His hair was perfect. His shirt was clean and white. His shoes were shiny. He looked at Emily. "Nice dress," he said. "Your husband bought it?" "Yes," Emily said. She smiled. Nick sat at the counter. He ordered coffee. Black, no sugar. Same as before. He looked at Emily again. "The dress is nice," he said. "But a man who really loves his wife buys more than a dress." Emily stopped. "What do you mean?" she asked. "A man who loves his wife buys gold," Nick said. "A gold ring, a gold necklace. That is real love." Emily did not speak. She gave him his coffee. Nick put his hand in his pocket. He took out a small box. He opened it. Inside was a gold necklace. It was bright and shiny. "This is love," Nick said. "Real love." Emily's hands felt cold again. Her heart beat fast. She looked at the necklace. It was beautiful. Nick smiled. "If I was your husband, you would have gold every day," he said. Emily turned away. She filled a cup with coffee, but her hands shook. Coffee spilled on the counter. Nick laughed. "Think about it," he said. He left money on the counter. He walked to the door. Before he left, he looked back at Emily. "See you soon," he said. Then he was gone. Emily stood still. The coffee shop was quiet. Only the sound of the clock filled the room. Tick, tick, tick. That night, Emily sat on the sofa. She did not talk much. She looked at the floor. Tom sat at the table. He looked at her. "Are you tired?" he asked. Emily shook her head. "No," she said. Tom stood up. He walked to her. "Is something wrong?" Emily took a deep breath. "Do you think I should have gold?" she asked. Tom looked at her. "Why do you ask that?" "Nick said a man who loves his wife gives her gold," Emily said. Tom felt something cold in his heart. "I will get gold for you," Tom said. "If that makes you happy." Emily looked at him. Her eyes were wet. She said nothing. Outside, the wind blew hard. The old house made soft sounds. Inside, the air felt heavy. Tom sat down again. Emily sat next to him. They did not talk, but both knew something had changed. The next morning, Tom woke up early. The sky was dark. The house was cold. Tom sat on the bed. His hands held his face. His heart felt heavy. He loved Emily. He wanted her to be happy. If she wanted gold, he would find gold. Tom drove to his brother's house. His brother lived 5 miles away. His brother had more money. Tom knocked on the door. His brother opened the door. "Tom," his brother said, "it is early. What's wrong?" "I need money," Tom said. "I need to buy something for Emily." His brother looked at him. "What do you need to buy?" "Gold," Tom said. "A ring or necklace?" His brother's eyes opened wide. "Gold is not cheap," he said. "I will work for you," Tom said. "I will work every day after I finish at the shop." His brother thought for a moment. "All right," his brother said, "but I have one rule. You move every rock from my field. Every rock." "I will do it," Tom said. That same day, Tom worked at the shop. Then, after work, he walked to his brother's field. The field was big. It was full of rocks. Tom worked until the sun went down. His hands hurt. His back hurt. He went home late. Emily was waiting. "Where were you?" she asked. "I had some extra work," Tom said. "I want to get you something nice." Emily smiled a little. "You work too much," she said. The next day, Tom did the same. After the shop, he worked in the field. He moved rocks. His hands had cuts. His feet hurt. At night, Emily made soup. Tom ate fast. He was tired, but he did not say why. For a week, Tom worked every day. In the shop, in the field. On Friday, Tom's brother gave him the money. "You worked hard," his brother said. "Here is the money." Tom took the money. His hands shook. He was so tired. That night, Tom drove to town. He went to a small store. He looked at the gold case. There was a small gold necklace. It had a little heart. Tom counted the money. It was just enough. He bought the necklace. The store owner put it in a small box. Tom drove home. His hands were still black from work. His eyes were red. At home, he gave Emily the box. "For you," he said. Emily opened it. She saw the gold. Her eyes were wet. "Thank you," she said. "It is beautiful." Tom smiled. "You are more beautiful," he said. They sat outside that night. The stars were bright. The air was cold, but Tom felt warm inside. The next morning, Emily wore her gold necklace to work. It shined in the light. She smiled when she saw it in the mirror. At the coffee shop, people saw the gold. They said, "That is nice." Emily smiled again. Then the door opened. Nick walked in. His hair was perfect. His shirt was new. His shoes were clean. He saw the gold around Emily's neck. "Nice necklace," Nick said. "Your husband bought that?" "Yes," Emily said. "He worked hard to get it for me." Nick sat at the counter. He ordered coffee. Black, no sugar. Nick looked at the necklace again. "That is small," he said. "A man who really loves his wife gives her more. He gives her rings. He gives her gold for her hands, her ears, her wrists." Emily looked down at her hands. She had no rings. Her ears were empty. Her wrists were bare. Nick smiled. "If I was your husband, you would have all of that," he said. Emily gave him his coffee, but her hands shook. Some coffee spilled. Nick laughed. "Don't worry," he said. "You think about it." He left money on the counter. It was too much money again. Then he walked to the door. Before he left, he said, "See you soon." The day was warm, but Emily felt cold inside. That night, Tom came home late. His hands were black. His back hurt. His feet were tired. Emily sat on the sofa. She did not smile when Tom walked in. "Are you sick?" Tom asked. "No," Emily said. "I'm fine." Tom sat next to her. "What is wrong?" he asked. Emily looked down at her hands. "I have no rings," she said. Tom looked at her. "You have a gold necklace," he said. "I worked hard for that." Emily did not smile. "A man who loves his wife gives her more," she said. Tom felt something heavy in his heart. "Who told you that?" he asked. Emily looked at the floor. Nick, she said. Tom stood up. He walked to the door. He looked outside. The sky was dark. No stars tonight. He took a deep breath. I will get you rings, Tom said. Emily looked at him. Her eyes were wet. She did not speak. Tom sat back down. Emily sat beside him. The house was quiet. The clock on the wall ticked. Tick, 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 tick. Outside, the wind blew hard. Inside, two hearts felt colder than the air. The next morning, Tom woke up before the sun. The house was cold. Emily was still asleep. Tom put on his boots. He drove his old truck down the road. The sky was dark. His headlights lit the way. He drove past the old church. He drove past the small store. After 2 miles, he saw something by the road. It was a car. The hood was up. A woman stood beside it. She waved her hand. Tom stopped. He got out of his truck. His boots touched the cold dirt. Need help? Tom asked. The woman smiled. Her face was old. Her hair was gray. Her coat was too thin for the cold. Yes, the woman said. My car is broken. Tom looked under the hood. Your belt is gone, he said. I can fix it. Tom opened his truck. He took out an old belt. It was not new, but it would work. He worked with his hands. His hands were cold, but he did not stop. The woman watched him. You are kind, she said. I just help, Tom said. That is all. When the car was ready, the woman smiled again. You have a good heart, she said. Tom smiled back. I try my best, he said. The woman took something from her bag. It was a small box. She gave it to Tom. This is for you, she said. Tom opened the box. Inside were 2 rings. Both were old. Both were silver. These are not gold, the woman said, but they are special. Tom looked at the rings. Special? He asked. The woman smiled. 1 ring can turn a man into a pig, she said. The other ring can turn the pig back into a man. Tom laughed. That is a funny story, he said. The woman smiled again. It is not a story, she said. Use them when you need them. Then the woman got in her car. She waved goodbye. The car drove away down the road. Tom stood alone. The sky was still dark. The cold wind moved around him. He held the small box in his hand. He did not know if the story was true, but something in his heart told him it was real. Tom put the box in his pocket. Then he drove home. Emily was at the table. She drank coffee. She wore her gold necklace. Where did you go? She asked. Just a drive, Tom said. He sat down. He touched the small box in his pocket. He looked at Emily. He smiled. But inside, he knew soon he might need the rings. That same day, Nick came to the coffee shop again. His hair was perfect. His shirt was clean. His watch was gold. Emily stood behind the counter. She gave coffee to a man. Then she saw Nick. Nick smiled. Hello, pretty girl, he said. Emily smiled a small smile. Hello, Nick, she said. Nick sat at the counter. Where is your gold ring? He asked. No man who loves his wife forgets the ring. Emily said nothing. She gave him coffee. Her hands shook a little. Nick laughed. You can do better, he said. I know a man who can give you more. That man is me." He opened a small box. Inside was a gold ring. It was big and bright. "Leave Tom," Nick said. "Come with me. I will give you gold. I will give you a new house. I will give you a new life." Emily's face felt hot. Her heart beat fast. She wanted to say no, but her mind was not clear. Nick smiled again. "Think about it," he said. "I will come back tomorrow." He left money on the counter. He walked to the door. Before he left, he said, "See you soon." That night, Emily sat on the sofa. Tom sat at the table. Both were quiet. The clock on the wall went tick, tick, tick. Emily looked at her hands. "I still have no ring," she said. Tom took a deep breath. "Do you want a ring from me, or do you want a ring from Nick?" Emily looked at the floor. She did not speak. Tom stood up. He walked outside. The air was cold. The sky was dark. Tom took the small box from his pocket. He opened it. The 2 silver rings were inside. He held the first ring in his hand. It felt cold. It felt heavy. Tom went back inside. "Tomorrow I will make a miracle for you," he said. Emily looked at him. "A miracle?" she asked. Tom smiled. "Yes," he said, "a real miracle." That night, Tom did not sleep much. He lay in bed. His eyes were open. Outside, the wind blew hard. The old house made soft sounds. In the dark, Tom held the small box. He was ready for tomorrow. The next morning, the sky was gray. The wind was cold. Tom woke up early. He made coffee. Emily sat at the table. She did not smile. "You will see a miracle today," Tom said. Emily looked at him. "What kind of miracle?" "You will see," Tom said. At 9 o'clock, Nick came to the house. He stood by the door. His hair was perfect. His shirt was white. His shoes were shiny. Tom opened the door. "Good morning," Tom said. Nick smiled. "Good morning," he said. "I came to see Emily." Tom stepped back. "Come in," Tom said. Nick walked inside. He looked at Emily. "You are pretty today," he said. Tom stood near the table. His hand was in his pocket. He held the first silver ring. Nick smiled at Emily. "Did you think about my offer?" Emily looked down. She did not answer. Tom walked to Nick. "Let me show you something first," Tom said. "What is it?" Nick asked. Tom touched Nick's hand with the silver ring. At once, Nick's body began to change. His hands became small. His feet became wide. His nose became round. His skin turned pink. In just seconds, Nick stood in the room, but he was no longer a man. He was a pig. The pig looked around. His shiny shoes were gone. His white shirt was gone. His gold watch was gone. He made a loud sound. Oink! Oink! Emily stood up fast. Her eyes were big. Her mouth was open. "What? What happened?" she said. Tom smiled. "That is the miracle," he said. Emily put her hands on her face. She could not believe it. The pig ran around the room. He knocked over a chair. He ran into the table. Tom opened the door. The pig ran outside. Emily followed Tom to the door. She looked at the pig in the yard. "Will he stay a pig forever?" Emily asked. Tom held up the second ring. This one can change him back, Tom said. Emily looked at the pig again. Not yet, she said. Tom smiled. Not yet, he said. The wind blew cold around them. The sky was still gray, but inside, Tom's heart felt warm. The next morning, the sun came up. The sky was blue. The air was cold. Tom walked outside. The pig stood near the fence. His pink nose was in the dirt. His gold watch was gone. His shiny hair was now dirty. Tom held a rope in his hand. Come here, pig, Tom said. The pig tried to run. His small legs moved fast. But Tom was faster. He put the rope around the pig. You like to talk about work, Nick, Tom said. Now you will work with me. Tom walked to his old truck. The pig followed. Tom tied the pig to the back of the truck. They drove to the field. The field was big. It was full of rocks. Tom gave the pig a small cart. You carry rocks, Tom said. The pig made a loud sound. Oink, oink. Tom picked up a rock. He put it in the cart. The cart was heavy. The pig tried to walk. His feet slipped in the dirt. Come on, Nick, Tom said. You like gold, don't you? Now you carry rocks. The pig pulled. His feet pushed hard. The cart moved slow. Tom worked beside him. Tom picked up rocks. Tom pulled rocks. The sun got high in the sky. The air got warm. The pig's pink skin turned red. His mouth was open. His tongue hung out. Hard work, isn't it? Tom said. This is what real men do. The pig made a small sound. Oink. Tom gave the pig water. The pig drank fast. They worked until the sun went down. At night, Tom took the pig home. The pig lay down in the dirt. His body was tired. His legs hurt. Emily stood at the door. She saw the pig. His body was covered in dirt. His feet shook. Tom smiled. Good work, Nick, he said. Emily said nothing. She looked at Tom. She looked at the pig. Inside, Tom washed his hands. Emily made soup. They sat at the table. The house was quiet. Emily held her gold necklace. Will he be a pig forever? She asked. Tom looked at her. Do you want him to stay a pig? Emily shook her head. No, she said. But not yet. Tom smiled. Not yet, he said. Outside, the wind blew soft. The stars were bright. The pig slept in the dirt. His feet still hurt. Inside, Tom and Emily sat close. They held hands. The house was warm again. The days passed. The pig worked every day. Each morning, Tom drove to the field. The pig came too. Tom picked up rocks. The pig carried rocks. The sun was hot. The work was hard. Tom's hands were black. The pig's pink skin turned brown from dirt. At night, the pig lay in the dirt. His legs hurt. His back hurt. His nose was dry. Emily watched from the window. Each night, her heart felt softer. One night, she stood outside. She looked at the pig. Are you sorry? She asked. The pig made a small sound. Oink. Emily looked up at the sky. The stars were bright. The air was cold. She walked back inside. Tom sat at the table. His hands held a cup of coffee. Emily sat beside him. I think it is time, she said. Tom looked at her. Are you sure? Emily smiled a little. Yes, she said. I do not want gold from Nick. I do not want words from Nick. I only want my husband. Tom stood up. He kissed her head. He walked outside. The pig sat by the fence. His head was low. His body was tired. Tom held the second silver ring. He touched the pig's head with the ring. At once, the pig began to change. His pink skin became skin again. His feet became hands. His nose became a face. Nick stood in the dirt. His clothes were gone. His hair was a mess. His hands were black. His feet were cut. Nick looked at Tom. He looked at Emily. He said nothing. Go home, Nick, Tom said. Go home and do not come back. Nick did not smile. He did not laugh. He walked away. Emily stood beside Tom. They held hands. I was wrong, Emily said. You gave me all I needed. You gave me love. You gave me your hands. You gave me your work. Tom smiled. You gave me love too, he said. That is all I need. That night they sat outside. The stars were bright. The air was cold. Emily held Tom's hand. She did not hold gold. She did not hold a new dress. She held only the hand of the man she loved. The wind moved the trees. The house made soft sounds. But inside their hearts, all was quiet. They had love. They had each other. They had enough. Love is not something you can hold. It is not gold. It is not a new dress. It is not a big house or a fast car. Love is something you feel when two hands work together. Love is something you see when two people sit side by side at the end of a long day. In this story, Tom gave Emily all he had. He gave his work, he gave his time, he gave his hands, he gave his heart. That is real love. But sometimes we forget. We see the things we do not have. We see gold on other people. We see houses that are bigger, cars that are newer, clothes that shine. We forget that the best thing in life is not outside. It is inside, in the heart of the person who stays with you. This story is not just about Tom and Emily. It is about all of us. It is about every man who works hard. It is about every woman who waits at the door. It is about two people who choose each other again and again, even when life is hard. That is the best kind of love. Before you turn off this video, stop for one moment. Look around you. Look at the person who sits across the table. Look at the hands that cook your food. Look at the hands that fix your car. Look at the hands that hold your hand when the night feels too long. Those hands may not give you gold. They may not give you a new dress. They may not give you a big house, but they give you something no gold can buy. They give you love, real love. And if you forget to see that love, someone else will try to show you gold instead. Someone will tell you love is something you can wear, something you can touch, but that is not true. The real gold sits in front of you, right now. It is the smile after a long day. It is the cup of coffee in the morning. It is the quiet hand that holds yours without a word. Do not wait until that hand is gone. See the gold that has been with you all along. If you liked the story, Comment number 7. If you think the story could be better. Comment number 8. We are always here, working hard to bring you the best stories. Thank you for watching, our dear friends. Your support means everything to us. See you in the next story.